Dave Ramsey is saying no housing crash, yet Patrick Bet-David, Valuetainment, is saying there will be a crash. Both backed their conclusions with data. So, like I mentioned, the Mastermind, we're going over billionaires that have written books, and we are listening to their interviews, right? Dave Ramsey, Patrick Bet-David, this channel. You are falsely incentivized to cover this topic ad nauseum because right now, every single person is typing this into the computer machine, trying to find an educated response. And these people that have large followings that may or may not be tuned into your local market, that actually have a pulse on what's really going on in your local market, are spitting out advice that they are blanketing across the entire nation. And, you can't do that. Dayton is significantly more depressed than most places in the nation. Consequently, our values on our properties are still, extraordinarily suppressed because we have yet to recover from large employers pulling out from, that magnified the impact that we had from 2008 when also, so you had mass exodus of population and you had anybody that was willing to stay may or may not have been able to keep or maintain their mortgage. So it was a real double whammy for us back then. But now, because the values are so low, even if we had a massive correction, we're still going to be ahead from where we were because our prices are not yet kind of overinflated like some other areas. So when you are trying to find the appropriate way to plan or act, I would venture to say that you are not going to find that type of advice anywhere on the main hits of the radio station, of YouTube, of anywhere where these people are rewarded with higher view counts for topics that they may or may not even be qualified to talk about, right? Obviously, Patrick Bet-David and Dave Ramsey have both done extraordinarily well for themselves from a financial and net worth perspective. But does that mean that they're qualified to speak on the things that the algorithm is telling them to speak on? No, not at all. Be very careful on who you listen to and always look for that really high track record in that specific thing that you're looking for an answer on, right? Dave Ramsey has real estate. Yes. Dave Ramsey, has some extraordinary experience in the personal finance sector. Yes. Does that make him an economist? No. But there are two types of people, those that don't know and those that don't know they don't know. So, I would venture to say that you could listen to 1,000 different predictions. They all be different from 1,000 different people, and none of them fold out in reality. So it's one of those things where, again, I think at the end of the day, you ought not worry about what the economy is doing so long as you have an avenue of providing value in the way that you can, right? So if you're seeking to add value to the economy, if you're seeking to somehow improve the lives of people around you, and so long as people still have needs in whatever economic forecast that you feel most comfortable with, and the government is still allowing private citizens to fulfill the needs of these people that are still around, then you have an opportunity to excel from an entrepreneurial or economic perspective. And I think that is what you really need to bank on. So in the event that, the economy goes really sideways, there is still going to be opportunity for those willing to pay attention and work hard to excel.
Thanks for watching that clip. I thought that was a good question. And I think you can ask good questions too. Join us every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for a live stream Q&A where we answer plenty of questions just like this one. In the meantime, consider subscribing to the channel if you want more of this content. And if you want to increase your deal flow, analyze properties better, and help me feed my family, click the link below for a free 7-day trial of PropStream.